Well,
We have radio podcast.
well, it's 9 o'clock, time for public comment. One thing last week, we did Pledge of Allegiance, and I'd like to do that again this morning, so thank you. Thanks, Dan. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You betcha. Good morning. Please keep comments to 5 minutes. Bill, please. Way more. folks
Does
than
that
this.
5-minute limit go to the department heads too? Okay.
Good morning, I'm John Winkelpleck, a fourth-generation crop and livestock farmer from rural Dysart. I am speaking today on behalf of Tama County Against Turbines. We're curious why you made no mention last Monday, August 15th, during your public meeting of your plans to hold a closed-door session on Wednesday, August 17th, to discuss the litigation filed against you by plaintiff Richard Arthur. Could you please explain?
I certainly don't have a comment on that. No comment.
No comment, John.
Do you really expect the people to believe that you had no idea last Monday morning that you would be meeting last Wednesday morning? The public isn't buying it. Is there anything you care to share publicly about the outcome of that special meeting you called and in which you quickly went into private session on August 17th?
No comment.
Is there anything you'd like to share concerning after you sent the secretary out, you were still sitting in here talking to the lawyer? What did you talk about then?
Just past the time of day.
Okay. I knew the door was open, so I could have came in, but I did not feel like.
Yeah,
it was
you
my
could have came
place.
in.
Yeah.
There was nothing to discuss.
Okay.
Did your Polk County insurance attorney finally give you permission to speak instead of hiding behind no comment?
I guess that would be no comment. That's evident what he said.
We know the answer to that. Or does he still have a gag order placed on you and other county employees? And are he, you, and County Zoning Administrator Todd Apfel trying to stonewall the needed overhaul of Tama County's zoning regulations, including the commercial wind ordinance? This marks the 18th straight week that Tama County Against Turbines has addressed you to let you and County Zoning Administrator Todd Apfel know that the public expects Tama County to update its minimal, outdated commercial wind energy conversion system ordinance, starting now. Comprehensive updates, wind ordinance updates are necessary to better protect public safety and highly productive farmland. And as alarming as it is to know that nothing of substance has changed in Tama County's commercial wind ordinance since 1998, it's as unacceptable to know that Tama County is now being preyed on by both industrial wind and industrial solar developers, since Tama County has no commercial solar ordinance. We're here today to once again officially request the Zoning Commission to begin the process of updating Tama County's commercial wind energy conversion system ordinance and to consider an approach for industrial solar projects. We encourage Tama County Zoning Commission members to follow the lead of Benton County and not allow any industrial project permits on highly productive farmland with a 70 CSR or higher. Now that you as supervisors have agreed to pay zoning administrator Todd Apfel on an unlimited hourly basis as a salary employee, there should be no time constraints for him to provide administrative support to the zoning commission. Zoning commission members have publicly stated that they want to meet to start reviewing the commercial wind ordinance. Those zoning commission members should be encouraged to do so. It is not acceptable for them to be threatened by those who stand to gain from the existing outdated ordinances at the expense of people who actually live in Tama County. We encourage you to be more open and accepting of listening to what Tama County taxpayers truly want and expect from you and county employees. Your unwillingness to listen, to act in the interest of public health and public safety, and to truly serve taxpayers throughout the county is unacceptable. And by the way, where are the microphones that you and County HR Administrator Tammy Wise have been promising for weeks? Any comments on that? You've had 18 weeks. 18 weeks, guys.
About 5 minutes, John.
To get those ordered and hooked up so everyone can be heard. Which county staff person or people are responsible for getting this done? And where are you with the process of live streaming these public meetings on YouTube? And why has the county still not listed the members of the county zoning commission and the Board of Adjustment and their terms on the county website? Contrary to what Tammy Wise says, it doesn't require a new website to get those details listed on your website. It just requires county employees to follow through. Your website still lists you as chairman, Larry. Maybe actually that's the case, since you seem to be running the show. Since zoning administrator Todd Apfel reports to you, it's your job to follow through and make sure he gets those citizens who serve on the zoning commission and the Board of Adjustment listed on the website. We encourage you to be more open and transparent with the public. For example, on today's agenda, you've listed resolution pursuant to section 331.203 Code of Iowa, ballot initiative regarding county governance. While it's acceptable to list the code reference, please also explain your agenda items in common language to provide clarity for the public as to what you are discussing. That's common sense and common courtesy. For example, today the agenda item is about the petition bearing the signatures of more than 1,000 Tama County residents who are requesting that voters have the ability to vote on the expansion of the Tama County Board of Supervisors from the current 3 members to 5 to provide greater representation throughout the county. That's the petition that Linda Moeller of rural Buckingham spoke about in public comments last week. Because you refused to allow her on your agenda last week, you repeatedly denied Tama County taxpayers to be listed on your public meeting agendas. Yet, you will allow wind project developers to speak on your agenda. Can you please explain why you are continuing to do everything you can to stifle our coalition and public input to you? If you're willing to talk, so are we. And we'll continue to speak out in the interest of public health, public safety, and preservation of highly productive farmland for ag, not industrial use. Until Tama County updates its land use regulations to accomplish that.
Thank you, John.
Just just have a question for you guys. Do you believe in honesty in government? I mean, that's a straight question.
Of course.
Okay. Last week you told us that Tammy Wise gave you the name for the person for the Board of Adjustment. We have it on video of her saying she absolutely did not do anything concerning that placement. Give me your opinion on that. I mean, what do you do with the, public employee that, basically lied to us?
I'll have Chad.
What was that? I'm sorry, we couldn't hear. I didn't hear what you said, Rick. Did you comment? Did you comment on what Richard said, because we couldn't hear you?
What did I say?
Yeah.
I said, we'll talk with Tammy.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
My opinion is public employees that flat out lie need to resign. And that's all I'm saying.
Okay. Anybody else have any comments?
I noticed Todd Apfeld is spending time, researching people in the coalition on LinkedIn. Is that, being done during the time that you're paying him the additional hours that he needs to complete his job? If you don't know, when people search people on LinkedIn, you can tell that they've been searching your name. I just wanna know if you know if that's happening during the extended hours that you've granted him on that taxpayer dollars.
Didn't understand the question.
You understand the question? Okay, so you can research people, say you're gonna research Beth Espenscheid on LinkedIn. So you can go on, I can see, Larry, if you look me up on LinkedIn, I can tell you were searching for me. So it's just kind of interesting that we're seeing Todd Apfel researching some of us on the coalition. I just wanna know if you feel that that's during his working hours that you've given him extended time to work, cause he couldn't complete his job in the necessary hours that you pay him a salary for. So if you're giving him extra hours, is that extra hours to research, people in the coalition or our supporters that are on our Facebook page? So just food for thought.
Any other comments?
I'd like to say something.
Okay.
Yesterday, we went down to Oskaloosa, and we were coming back through Grinnell, and of course, there was wind generators all over. And I asked my wife, I says, if you had a wind generator in front of your house, which they are intending to do, how close, as we were approaching them, I said, how close would be an acceptable distance from our house? And, she told me about this distance right here. And these generators are huge, everybody's seen them. And I hope you've driven through a wind field and got close to them.
They're getting bigger.
Yeah, they're huge. And she said, well, this would be about an acceptable distance. And so we were driving, and I was looking at my odometer, and we went 1 mile closer, we went 2 miles closer, and they were 3 miles from where she thought an acceptable distance was. And I would truly hate to have one in front of my house any closer than that. I mean, they just, I don't know, just ruins everything, ruins the countryside, ruins the horizon, ruins our beautiful county. And of course, I was in Tawashi County, yeah. I'd hate to see that.
To add on to what he just said, I've been down to southern Iowa several times this summer for kids camp stuff, so, what he says is true, they're getting closer, they're getting bigger, and it's an amazing thing what has gone on down there, just in, I'd say 4 or 5 years that I've been making that, down 21 and on. so close to the highway even. And I was pointing out to Annette yesterday, they are very, very tall now, the newest ones. It must be the 650 on up that we've been told they will be very tall.
I don't know if anybody watched the news this morning, but in Palo, Iowa, which is not that far from here, a new energy company is proposing a 1,000 acre solar project. That's 1,000 acres of productive Iowa farm ground that's going out of production. Because again, if it doesn't pass in Palo, guess what? Tama County's next. Because again, they're gonna try to find the people with the weakest ordinances. So we really, really have to address this. We can't just brush it under the rug. Because it's coming whether you like it or not, and 1,000 acres is just, that's just sad. It's sad that we're not willing to stand up to protect our farm ground. And that Palo's not that far from here, and that's a 1,000 acre project.
And that not only affects those whose land is being taken up by solar. I've been approached by the solar firm, they want my land, they pay a very high price for it. What about my neighbors? There's pipelines that feed down through my land for my neighbors. Okay, my land is all covered with solar panels. How are they gonna fix those tiles? How am I gonna be, kind to my neighbors and fixing my tile lines so that they can have drainage on their land? So it's not only affecting the farmland and the solar panels, it's affecting everybody else close by. Just the same as the wind generators are, it's affecting everybody, not just those whose land is owned.
I guess I'm concerned is, and my neighbors, some of them, get wind turbines, not saying they would, but their land surrounds my land. Do I have a choice for them not to go on my land? I think if I don't want it, I think I have a choice for them to refuse it to be on my land. I really, that's my personal preference. I talked to a conservationist at, the Iowa State Fair. I asked him about, does wind turbines affect the weather? What he told me is a possibility it does. They're doing research. And I see storms come up and go away all weekend. Yes. I mean, and then second of all, how come the wine doesn't have any wind turbines? There's none.
They won't rain.
Yeah, they were right. But I mean, I think the Iowa Code has said we have to update the ordinance for the farmers. I think it's every 5 years, is that true, John? Or not?
Review it every 5 years.
It's reviewed
What's-
every 5 years.
It's mandatory.
It's mandatory. And to rubber stamp it, not review it, and you guys all concession, well, our concerns, you know, our land is, how would I explain it? That we take care, we are not listening to people. I think you should be open, and I don't know if you're bought, I don't know if you're threatened. If I was in your position, maybe I'd be scared too, I'm not sure. But I think you have to listen to us. But Iowa Code, they have to look at it. I pray God you listen. That's it. Sad.
One of Tama County's largest landowners had a long discussion with me, guys. He is fighting 5 energy companies. Solar in Tama County, 2 wind energy companies in Tama County. He is a huge, huge supporter of this coalition. He does not live near them. He won't do it to his neighbors. I think that should speak mountains to you folks. And I think you need to listen to the taxpayers of Tama County.
possible that Rita was spot on, that you guys are being threatened, you can't talk, and that's why you won't tell us, but tell Tama County, I don't mean us. But, you know, states and other countries, states like California have done to themselves what they have done. We need several things to survive, to live, all of us in this room, we need water. We have to have water every single day, and air every single day. We have to have food about every third day to live, and so do livestock, the same thing. So states like California have destroyed themselves, they want us, with all this wasteland, to send them energy. And so, okay, we're gonna send them energy along with several other places, and then what? What are we going to do when we run out of everything that they've run out of? And that's not gonna help them, because they haven't changed their behaviors or their lifestyles. They are going to continue to do what they do without any consequences, if we give them what they want without any consequences. But unless you guys think we're going down within the next few months, what are we gonna breathe and get water with next year in 2023, 2024, 2025? What do you, I mean, you guys are still gonna all three be alive then, I think. So are you looking ahead to our basic needs that we all work for here, while they just wanna take it? I mean, are you looking ahead to that? Cause it's just a common sense thing that your folks all knew and my folks all knew. I don't know. The kids that have left the farm, like all my brothers, they seem to have taken leave of their common senses that they, what they require. And they focus on entertainment and trips and travel, that's great. But when they come back home to roost, they still have to have air, water, and some food. So I just would like you to think about the basic needs of livestock and people every single day of their lives until they die. And I don't think that it's fair.
I think you put mental health in that.
And I don't think it's fair or right to send all of our energy from the land that we need to raise what I said to all these other places and destroy. You might wanna throw Colorado in that. They just destroyed their climate. So now they wanna destroy ours. They see all these thousands and hundreds of thousands of acres as wasteland. Ah. So, that's all I have to say right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? We've got about 5 minutes.
The other day, I was out on the front lawn, and there was a truck, a large truck with two big tanks on it. And he couldn't make the corner. And he had to back up, traffic. And I thought, that isn't nearly as long as a Wind Ordinance. Nearly as long, he just had two tanks on
birds and the bats to leave so that turbines can be put up there. Is that part of the plan? We wanna know. That's a direct question. Did you know and purposely allow that to be drained for turbines or solar, industrial energy?
We drained the edge of the lake and that's all.
Pardon me?
It was drained, the lake was drained in order to dredge it. That's all I know.
Yeah, but we're in a drought. Why would you allow a lake to be drained? And
Because
it's
it-
not dredged,
because it
and everybody
filled-
can dredge,
Put on that
water in.
silt.
It was filled up with silt and it needed to be dredged out so it could be filled back up, so the fishing would be good and people could come and enjoy it. It's a beautiful area out there.
Yes, is there gonna be turbines in the solar farm out there? That,
No.
that you know of anyway?
I don't believe so.
Larry?
I'm not sure.
It could happen. They could put it any place.
No, it's under the control of the conservation board.
They're not doing a very good job, because they should have been cleaning out those siltation ponds for the last, well, that pond, that's been there since like 72. And those siltation ponds, I know have been full for the last 20 years at least, and they haven't dredged them out.
You paid Bob Edsel a lot of money for whatever he was supposed to be doing out there, besides destroying his house. And you knew the rumors that were going on out there. Everybody knew those rumors that were going on out there. He should have been arrested, not given a huge salary.
The zoning commission has been asked not to meet pending this lawsuit. Will that change with you guys knowing that solar is moving in and that really has nothing to do with Salt Creek or the threats of a lawsuit or the wind energy? Will you encourage zoning to meet immediately and get started on getting some good solar ordinances, knowing there's 3 solar companies here asking for easements? Would you be able to do that?
I haven't heard anything about solar.
Well, okay, we just told you, and you need to be researching it.
And Todd mentioned 2 weeks ago in the department heads meeting that he's been dealing with solar, so you know it's coming, so we do need to get.
Since we don't have any, can we be looking at the other counties that have good ones and get it in place before they ask you guys for an easement? You go, oh, I guess that is true. We don't have one. You think we need a solar ordinance or not? We don't think.
We'll have to look into it.
And Tammy Weiss last week, she said that Todd has been spending a lot of time studying solar panels. So he's aware of it.
I believe those are for individual farms, solar panels.
I don't
It sounded like she said solar projects, which would indicate not personal use, it would indicate.
I just know my son's putting a solar panel on his farm and
Well,
he had to get a
that's
permit.
fine, if it's private.
That's fine, yeah.
We don't care. Only thing I will ask is that I know the company has some people come in and talk to farmers. They don't tell the truth. And we said everybody signs up. So it makes that, I sort of put the pressure on the income farmer that he said, well, if everybody signed up, maybe I should. They need to tell the truth. They should not lie to the farmer who they're approaching. And don't pressure them. I feel sad that it happened to someone, some farmers are that way, and that shouldn't happen. And if that person is supposed to sell, it's not you guys, I'm just saying the representative sell people who sell wind or solar, lie to the farmers, it's true. And, which is, you know, I feel bad the farmer did not research it more, or talk to more people, maybe that's part of their fault, and then assume. My mom's never assumed, because it'll get you, but ask questions.
Dan, I got a quick question before our time's up. It's real.
9:30.
If a solar project comes into Tama County with no zoning ordinances, Does the Board of Supervisor have the legal right to approve or disapprove of that project? Or do they not have to ask you to go ahead?
I don't know. Like I say,
We don't either, you know, that's
we've
why I'm
not-
asking the question.
We've not been approached by any solar
We
outfit.
haven't been approached by anybody, so.
To make you guys aware, you might wanna jot this down. TED Renewables. That is the name of the solar company. They have approached several landowners, including Tama County's largest landowner. And he is fighting them in the Cloutier area, to be specific.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody, for your comments.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, we need to move on. Is there a motion to approve last week's minutes?
So moved.
Thank you. For a second?
Second.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Motion carried. Okay, I don't think Lyle's here. He wants us to award the contract for bridge replacement near Toledo.
That one is on Old Highway 30, which would be Business 30, the one out here over Deer Creek. The length of the bridge would be the same, it's gonna be widened to 40 feet instead of the current, is it 30? 28. ECI appears to be the winning contractor. Came in about $260,000 under what the estimate was. Yeah. So the contract would have been bid in at $1,599,632, and don't forget the .01.
Okay. All right.
Start time 4/3/23, so that'd be next year. And as Lyle has recommended that we approve the awarding of the contract, I would so move.
All right, is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Motion carried. Is there a motion to approve finance?
I'll move to approve claims.
Thank you. For a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Motion carried. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you today?
I'm good. I accidentally fell asleep on my bed this morning, so.
What the heck?
I was getting cuddled by a cat. What did you expect? Alright, we're good.
I'm not.
She was too cute to move, okay?
Well, I can kind of understand that. Don't wait till 9:45. Okay. Wait till 9:45 for the resolution. How's Garrison this morning?
Good.
Good weekend?
Yeah, good.
How are you, Bob?
Not bad.
Nice to see
Had a good weekend, sun shining, so we'll get some more done.
And it's to be, it appears like that they will in fact get 63 south of Traer to 96 open this week. Looks like the only thing left is the Friday. I'm gonna call them rumble strips in the middle and the end of the road. And they're doing that now. Good.
I'm sure the people up in that area will be awfully glad.
Just in time for them to close north of Traer. That's right. That's gonna happen the 29th, I think. Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. The hell?
Yeah.
Eight, maybe nine. No, they've got too many. Yeah, they're ready to spring. Springer's back. I think so.
This is the shortest
That one.
you've ever done.
Yeah, not a lot, really. I had to do a lot of drugs in order to get out of the fight. So that's what we want. One of them is the herding dog. I don't know how well it's gonna work out.
Those border collies,
I don't know, this herding dog, I don't know what it is for sure.
But it's one nice.
It's not Springer? No, it isn't Springer, it's one, they went down to southern Iowa.
Right.
I don't know what it is. Australia and Czech. Yeah, this. Whole world's out. The Sami family had small. Yard and then two doors. Nobody around.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah,
Well, we usually
that's amazing what they can do. Just like you read it. Yeah, good thing you got it, and it doesn't have to call me or the neighborhood. Round up the sheep. Right, Karen?
Yeah. My dad was over there one day, and he said, "You not want us to leave," because she took it, and she scooped it over the fence.
Yeah.
Really, yeah.
those three.
My wife does she can handle all this.
I was hoping that wasn't gonna show me. I didn't, it was almost cold in the house this morning. That's right. 71. Got my sweatshirt before I went out to the shore.
It's gonna be 30 fall in that building, they're getting that season.
You know, funny I mentioned that, Janet, because where'd the summer go? My neighbor, granddaughter, can't get all the work done at home. He's a deputy. So anyway, we know
Yeah, we went through town and this graduation was Oh my. We saw cars, windows punched out, and I'm. Veterans home, don't
But depending on the day, what's going on.
Tries to go.
Hey, Randy, how are you? Good. John?
Get off the exit.
You got a lot of factors. Yourself. You got I was on his graduation. He's my neighbor. Well, anyway, it was funny because Casey was there, and he graduated, and we heard a couple of things about Scooter. And I was like,
So I posted on his Facebook, I said, hey, I'm glad you got up for the time.
just keeps being tired. You know, we were down there. We didn't get too far away. Windows were up.
They told me when I bought
Laura, would you read the resolution?
Sure, this resolution was, we researched it with the county attorney, he helped us with the writing, and we, visited with a couple other counties to make sure we have everything covered in this resolution. So it's resolution 8/22/2022A. Whereas pursuant to section 331.203 Code of Iowa, the Board of Supervisors may by resolution submit to the registered voters of the county at a general election a proposition to increase the number of Tama County supervisors from 3 to 5. Whereas the Board of Supervisors believe that the registered voters of Tama County deserve an open, transparent, and honest discussion regarding the degree of representation they desire on the Board of Supervisors. And whereas the Board of Supervisors believe that the registered voters of Tama County wish to be heard on the issue of whether to increase the Board of Supervisors from 3 to 5 members. Now therefore be it, and it is hereby resolved by the Board of Supervisors, Tama County, Iowa, whom this date met in lawful session, that the question of whether to increase the Tama County Board of Supervisors from 3 to 5 members shall be submitted to the registered voters of the county in the next general election.
Thank you, Laura.
This is due to a petition that you guys received from the voters last week, I believe on the 15th.
That's right.
And it wasn't on the agenda, so we chose to put it on this agenda, the first one following Thursday.
Yeah, but that met all the conditions that need to be filed, so.
Okay,
So,
so is there a motion to approve?
Resolution 8/22/2022.
Okay, is there a second for that?
I'll second that.
All right, roll call vote, Laura?
Okay, Larry?
Aye.
Bill?
Aye.
Dan?
Aye.
Okay. Put that on the agenda in the fall.
All right, thank you, Laura. Any other business?
Anybody else have anything else they wanna discuss or bring up? We'll adjourn. Okay, I will adjourn you at 9:48.
Okay, thank you, Laura.
Yep.
Glad you're back.
Yep,
Glad
thank
Joe's
you.
doing better.
Yes, me too. Well, this is just official resolution, I just need you to sign it.
Better than me.
Yeah.
How much of an effect on the roads and all that? Doesn't check me for sure. Not too much of the other. The last time I had to go up to Joe that time, they always said,